Hello my lovely people, you're welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and according to the time you are seeing this video. How are you doing? I hope you are good. We are still on the gist from the palace of OONI of Ife. My correct people, I don't carry another gist to come. You see, since Dr. Elizabeth entered the palace, she has been showing OONI of Ife much love than other Olories. And we heard that Dr. Elizabeth is a practicing doctor, yes. And since then, he have been using his career, this thing, to treat Ooni of Ife. He have been the one taking care of Ooni of Ife's health. But one thing about Ooni of Ife is that since this woman have been advising him on things to do so that the palace will be a better place for them to stay, it seems like Ooni of Ife is not listening to Dr. Elizabeth's advice. At first, we heard that when Dr. Elizabeth came into the palace, she found out that some of the elders are not doing well. Like some of them are indirectly or directly fighting Ooni of Ife, but Ooni of Ife did not know. So he was advising Ooni of Ife then that, see, there are these elders that need to be resolved, that you should resolve this I don't know how I'll put it now. That you should resolve these people and select elders that can work with you to make a progress. Yes. So my correct people, as we heard allegedly that it's like Ooni of Ife is not some kind of man that you will give advice and he will hearken to the advice. So Ooni of Ife did not do anything then. The thing continued until it got to a time that they started. That was when they now come out fully to show Ooni of Ife that, see, you think we are with you, you don't know that we are against you. They were fighting Queen Naomi. That was any little thing that will happen. They will remind Ooni of Ife that your wife Queen Naomi went to the Instagram handle and did this and did that. I mean, they will be fighting Queen Naomi to the extent that Ooni of Ife will even see it with his own eyes. So there are this set of people that said that Queen Naomi should come and kneel down before them and beg them so that they will forgive her because of the fact that she went to the Instagram handle and wrote what she wrote. She left the palace. She have not come back to the palace for so long, that she should come and kneel down, not knowing that they have planned what they want to do spiritually. Thank God for revelation and all of that. So my correct people, they said that as things were going on in the palace, Queen Dr. Elizabeth was, since then we heard that Dr. Elizabeth is not type that travels anyhow, because it's like she's phobia for maybe traveling. She stays in the palace almost all the time. And that was why when Ooni of Ife restricted these Olories from coming to him for 1 month, it was this Dr. Elizabeth that he gave everything. Yes, it was Dr. Elizabeth that he gave everything. It was Dr. Elizabeth that he assigned all the duties. He will be the one to tell the Olories which place to go, which conference to go, where and where not to go. You see? Because Dr. Elizabeth is always there for him. And he enjoys staying with Dr. Elizabeth. In short, Ooni of Ife loved Dr. Elizabeth so much. After Queen Naomi, the next person that Ooni of Ife loved more is Dr. Elizabeth, because she has proved to Ooni of Ife that she was loving, that she's a good woman. So, but this time around, waiting after Tobi give birth to these her twins, we heard allegedly that Ooni of Ife told Queen Tobi, Dr. Elizabeth and Mariam to go and see Tobi, at least to stay small, like a day or two with her. But these two went. Mariam did not stay even a day. Mariam left. After Dr. Elizabeth stayed like 2-3 days, she traveled. And when she traveled, it is because the way things have been happening in the palace, she had been complaining about all of those things. Nobody is looking towards all those things that she's complaining. And after Ooni of Ife now dissolved these elders, later, when Ooni of Ife found out that these people are really, really working against him, we heard allegedly that after he dissolved those elders, the elders were like, this, I think this Dr. Elizabeth is the reason why Ooni of Ife resolved them, and they started fighting her both spiritually and physically. So the way things are going in that palace, Dr. Elizabeth started advising Ooni of Ife again things to do so that Queen Naomi will come back to the palace, and some of these things that is happening in the palace will just end. But it seems like Ooni of Ife is not listening. So she traveled. Since then that she traveled, she have not come back to the palace. And since she have not come back, Ooni of Ife is really missing her. Ooni of Ife is not with Queen Naomi. Ooni of Ife is no longer with Dr. Elizabeth too. I know that Dr. Elizabeth own is that she will come back, but she wants to spend more time. She wants to spend enough time with, I don't know whether with her parents or what, in Lagos. Or I think it's in Lagos I don't know the street where they said that her parents is staying. So she now traveled since then. Okay, after that travel, we now heard allegedly that Ooni of Ife had been calling her to come back. She said no, that she's not coming. He have called her and pleaded. She said no. Until it got to a time that even Ooni of Ife's father and the Adeola, they have to join her now to plead with her to come back to their brother and son. You see, why these people are doing this? Because they know the importance of Dr. Elizabeth in that palace. They know that Ooni of Ife really need Dr. Elizabeth. As long as Queen Naomi is not in the palace, the next person that Ooni of Ife will need is Dr. Elizabeth. And that is why they say that allegedly that Dr. Elizabeth, Ooni of Ife's father and the Adeola, that they called Dr. Elizabeth and was pleading with her that she should please come back to their father and to their son, you know. So my correct people, one thing about this palace is that even Dr. Elizabeth is also tired of that palace, because a lot of bars that is happening in that palace, a lot of spiritual attack, both physical ones that is happening in that palace. The thing is too much. It's really too much that it seems like Dr. Elizabeth can no longer bear it. And you know, when her parents came and said that if these people are not serious, then they visited and on their way going back, they had a terrible experience. And they were like, if this is what my daughter is going to be seen in this palace, it's better she come back. She's our only daughter. She's more important to us than every other thing. And you know, for the fact that Dr. Elizabeth is an adult, she knows what she wants. So they cannot make choice for her. So my correct people, that is what we heard allegedly. I mean, I was like, Dr. Elizabeth should know what she wants. If she cannot stay in that palace, if she cannot stay there and be happy, let her go. I'm not even supporting anybody to go and stay in that palace where there is a lot of trouble from the elders, trouble from the olories, trouble from deities, and both the good ones and the bad ones. I beg go. That is what we heard allegedly. So don't forget that all alleged information, my correct people. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you, my God bless you. Love you guys.